The scenario we're going to be playing is number 7, called Outflank, from the 2015 package. There is no kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for controlling, 2 for dominating, and that's it. Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this will be another battle report. And this is going to be another one with my Magnus with the 6 buccaneers, and just a list I've been enjoying quite a bit. And the interesting thing about this game here is it's going to be an unlikely caster that actually counters this list interestingly well. So what we have here is, on my side, I'm running Magnus with a galleon, 3 buccaneers, 2 renegades, and 2 units of halberdiers, 1 max, 1 min. This is a tier 4, and so with this, the halberdiers have advanced move. I can start my upkeeps out there, and the renegades are a point cheaper, are the main ones we're looking at here. Meanwhile, for his side, he's actually running Rhyas. And I know, guys, this is a non-fully painted army versus a non-painted army, but when else are you going to see Rhyas, right? So, going from left to right, he is going to have 2 of those Deathstalkers on the left. Then he's going to have the Swordsman with UA. He is going to be running a Rake, a Scythian, a Shredder, a Succubus, and also an Angelius onto Rhyas. There is also going to be a Shepherd there, and on the right, there is going to be a min unit of Hex Hunters with Bale, and also behind them is going to be the Legionnaires. Now, the interesting thing here with Rhyas is normally I pop feet and I run up and I jam and haha, you can't go anywhere. But with Rhyas, she actually has a neat way past that where she can just pop feet and everything jumps over me. And so it's one of those things where it's like, wow, that feat that you normally never see is actually a massive, massive counter. So yeah, and as well, Rhyas has occultation, which can really keep Rhyas, you know, basically immune from my range assassination. And that's really the 2 points of this list. 1, jam, and if the jam fails, go for assassination. And really, Rhyas can counter both of those things. So we'll have to kind of see how this goes. Otherwise, with this, I'm not really sure which side will go better. Another problem with this list is it really doesn't like seeing advanced deploy, because advanced deploy can get into the zone right away, and then I can't jam it out first turn. So that's kind of a big deal. Otherwise, so that's probably going to make the right side fairly hard to jam. I'm probably going to have to go for the left side, but those swordsmen really hit very hard. I mean, they get 2 attacks with the UA there, so probably I'm going to need to go up there, jam, and then try and countercharge the halberdiers, but it's going to be tough. It might be a thing where I'm going to have to wait till they kind of just like run around my jacks and then blast my own jacks or their clumped up bodies with the galleon and try and wipe them out. But yeah, this will be interesting. So otherwise, he won first turn because I like going second with this anyway. And he does get into the right zone, of course, but for the most part, they go off more to the right, the Hex Hunters. Otherwise, he has occultation actually onto the Scythian. You know, there's no kill box on here, so Rhyas can stay back and just negate my ranged assassination just with range and staying farther back. But otherwise, you can see that the 2 Deathstalkers got a little bit too close on the left side. I can at least engage one of them, and I can engage the other one with a Buccaneer if I really wanted to. But the Angelius also came to this left side, and so did the Rake. And all of a sudden when I saw this, I was like, wow, even the left zone, when this plays out, probably won't go well. Because if I go up and I jam this turn, well, you know, he's going to be able to do tons of damage to me. He's going to be able, I can't really countercharge with the halberdiers if he gums me up with the Rake and the Angelius. This could not go well. And then otherwise on the right, he has a lot of models. However, all of a sudden now it's like, well, maybe the right zone's going to be the one I want to go after. He only has 2 models in the zone. If I can keep the rest out, that might be my one scoring opportunity. And I'd really like to kill the Scythian so that the Galleon could just walk around like a king. But again, with occultation, I can't really do that unless he gets too close. So my turn, I do my thing. I allocate 1 focus to each of my buccaneers, and they all run up. So I decide not to go and engage the stalker on the left because I really feel I need all of them to be blocking off the swordsman. So they do that. When the halberdiers run up, they're able to engage 1 of the death stalkers, and otherwise just getting up there so they can be countercharging. Of course, with my feet, after that happens, they're all running up there. But on the right side, I'm a little bit less happy with how I jammed there. The buccaneers are all in their spots there. The halberdiers could have been jamming a little bit more. I kind of kept a couple back so that they could actually be going and doing countercharges, but that's not what you want to do against hex hunters, because hex hunters will kill your guys and then get to do a magical shot to somebody else. So it really doesn't help to do this kind of layered defense. I mean, it's hard to do layers anyway with only 6 models, but yeah, this is the way it goes. The Galleon's going more to the right side, and I'm just kind of hoping he really focuses on the left side, and then I can clear things out on the right. But we're going to have to wait and see what he does. So on his turn, he decides not to feat, probably because he doesn't need to. He's going to get enough in the left zone that it doesn't really matter. But really, yeah, the swordsmen are going after me. They're destroying those buccaneers. One of the stalkers, of course, tries to hit me because he's engaged, can't do anything. The other one shoots down a couple of my guys. The rake charges in there, and since it's able to, be forced because the shepherd's up in range as well, it kills off a couple of my halberdiers. So my halberdiers are in tons of trouble. The Angelius is in the zone. It's not all that great. So odds of me getting that left zone, even though the swordsman didn't get in, are very, very little. Maybe the Galleon could shoot down the Angelius or drag it in or something, but that's that'd be a pretty hard thing to do anyway. Meanwhile, on the right, again, only lost 1 buccaneer, which was kind of surprising. I mean, the Legionnaires don't have a lot of punch, so armor 15 is actually a big deal for them. And then the Scythian comes over to finish off that one, while meanwhile, the Hex Hunters kind of do their thing. So overall, left zone, really don't feel like I can get that one. And even if I do, it'd really take a lot of dedication. And the biggest thing here is on the right side, I believe I could get that zone. Now, the way we're looking on both sides of the zones, I could go up there, I could clear the zones, I think. Left one again being very difficult, but even if this whole gambit works, next turn Rhyas can pop feet, they're able to hit, jump into the zone, and I just don't see me winning this one-on scenario. Maybe I could do it off attrition. On the right side, I was looking at it as, well, it's really close if that Scythian's within 10 inches. Now, it still has occultation up on it, but if I'm able to walk up my 5 inches, then I can actually shoot it, drag it in, and kill it. That would really help me kind of bully myself around on the right zone. And meanwhile, my Reckoners, or sorry, not Reckoners, I wish, my Renegades could shoot into these big grouped up infantry and really take out a big punch. But it's really kind of risky. I mean, if this is 10 inches and 1 millimeter, it all fails, and I'm in a lot of trouble. So the other thing I looked at is I looked at Rhyas. Rhyas is pretty far back there. She's feeling pretty safe, has a couple of transfers, but she doesn't have stealth, and I'm pretty sure that I can get over there with the Renegade, not shoot her, but shoot the succubus beside her, knock her down, swap snipe onto the Galleon. Galleon goes up, starts shooting her, and I believe I'm in range for the 14 inches to pull her in. It's looking kind of close, but I think I got it. So I think assassination is actually going to be the way to go. So that's what I do. I go over with the Renegade first, shooting that one succubus, hitting her, knocking her down. So that range was okay. And again, that was only in by not crazy amounts. The other Renegade, the unpainted one here on the left, it also tries to shoot. It goes short, scatters. The funny thing is that one Abbott from the Swordsman took actually 2 hits and actually survived, so tough little Abbott there. Otherwise, then, this is the big thing. I mean, I shoot all my gun ports, don't get a lot of shots. One only gets 1 shot, the other one gets 2, and then it's like, all right, it's all about the Trident, and the Trident is just in. It's all looking fine, and get to pull her in, and then, of course, once she's in there, stab, stab, kill, and it's all good to go. But, wow, interesting matchup here. Again, you just normally never see Rhyas, and interesting how her combinations of her feat and her spell really posed a question that was, or really answered the question I was posing to them. Or like, oh, can you deal with 6 Buccaneers and somehow find a way into the zone? And she's like, yup. So, either way, I know this is a fast battle report and not really lots of painted, but I thought it'd be interesting, just going to show about how this unlikely counter existed to my Buccaneer spam. So either way, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.